Доброго дня. Мене звати Крісті Енн. Я директор Американського дому в Києві. And unfortunately, I do not speak Ukrainian. So, but I'm very lucky that Sasha came with me today to translate.
Я не знаю, наскільки вам потрібен переклад. Потрібен? Ні? Ні?
Does everyone speak English? Ah, okay. Well, I'm also happy that Sasha is here because he is our tech guru at America House, so he will be able to answer the more specific questions. So how many of you have heard of America House? Has anyone been there yet? Okay.
On Facebook.
On Facebook, okay, great. So America House is the new outreach platform of the U.S. Embassy in Ukraine. It's a welcoming, dynamic space that fosters discussion and debate. We provide opportunities for professional and personal skill building, and we try to spark creativity and collaboration around shared Ukrainian and American goals. So we are located on Kamenenko 6. Anybody know? It's near Lukyanovska metro in the center. We're open Tuesdays through Fridays from 12 o'clock till 9 o'clock, and on Saturdays from 10 to 6. Our space is free and open to the public. So whenever we are open, anyone is welcome to come. You do need to bring ID. There is security, so you'll need to bring photo ID to enter the building, but there's no membership or anything like that required to enter. We are welcoming all audiences. We are especially interested in emerging leadership voices of youth 18 to 35. And we have several spaces available. We have, do you understand English? Yeah, okay. Just making sure. So we have a big room for concerts and lectures, presentations. We also have, for our film screenings and things like that, we have a tech lab, we have a cafe, we have a gallery, we have small informal meeting spaces, and we also have a maker space. So today I really want to talk about our maker space. Does everyone know what a maker space is? You've heard of this concept? So maker space is, basically the idea is that we no longer are just consumers of information, but we also create information. And maker spaces are places where people can come together to create, to collaborate, to share their resources, knowledge, and their stuff. So maker spaces developed out of the do-it-yourself culture and a desire to understand, to think, remake, and to share. The culture of maker spaces emphasizes informal, networked, peer-led, learned sharing, and it's motivated by fun and self-motivation. So the idea was kind of that the methods of digital fabrication, which used to be the domain only of major institutions, could now be accessible by individuals. And probably one of the best examples of that is the garage movement. Have you heard of the garage movement? Who is famous from the garage movement? Steve Jobs, yes, exactly. So this happened back in 1975 in a garage, someone's house. 30 engineers gathered, and they called themselves the Homebrew Club. So homebrew is like beer that you make at home, right? But they weren't really making beer. Their mission was to make computers accessible to regular people. And this was no small task at a time when computers were the size of trucks, and only colleges and universities and large corporations could afford them. So in 1976, a young man by the name of Steve Jobs worked with co-founder of Apple, Steve Wozniak, in his garage in California. And according to Wozniak, Apple computers today would not have existed without these computer clubs. So this idea, the garage clubs. So this maker movement has gained momentum in the US. And some of the most impressive maker spaces today can now be found in the United States. I think one of the presentations earlier was talking about how prevalent they are in the US. They can be member-owned clubs. You can find them in libraries. You can find them in university settings. The specific tools and resources that are available in makerspaces vary from place to place, but the idea is usually that there's a place where you can work individually, and there's a place for group collaborative settings. So makerspaces are very important in the US. In fact, President Obama declared June 18th, is that next week? Coming up, the National Day of Making. And the idea was to encourage a new generation of makers. So we can see that, this is Steve Jobs in his garage right after starting. So what do we have now? What's happened with makerspaces is that they make innovation. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I feel like, okay. So makerspaces make innovation more accessible and democratic. They also have a huge economic impact. So this is an example of one of the big makerspaces in San Francisco. It's called, what's the name?
Tech Shop.
Tech Shop.
This tech shop is actually paid. You have to buy a subscription, a monthly subscription for $120, and you can go freely, choose any time slot which is free, and work in this makerspace. So it's paid. So some of the great ideas that have come from makerspaces in the US are, this is called Square. This is a little fob you can put on your iPad or iPhone, and it becomes a credit card scanner. This product here is called Embrace. It's an infant incubator. It's on track to save 100,000 babies around the world in the next 5 years. Here we have Etsy. Has anyone heard of Etsy? Maybe you've used it. It's probably the world's largest peer-to-peer e-commerce marketplace for handmade goods. And then another example is Solum. This is a system that reduces the amount of fertilizer that farmers use. Does everyone understand? Is everyone still speaking English, or should we use translation? Anyone need translation? no, oh my God.
No? Okay. I want to make sure. But so these are just 4 examples, but there are many, many, many more. And really what I'm trying to show is that the question is not anymore, will the maker movement change the world? We can see that it is changing the world. But the question is, how will it change next? And really, how do you want to change the world? So that brings me to the America House Makerspace. Today, I want to invite you to join the maker culture of America House. The previous speaker was discussing how he has this great idea and he had no materials and he had no place to work. Well, we have the opposite problem at America House. So we have an interactive whiteboard system with interactive podiums. We have color laser printers. We have iMacs for 3D modeling and printing. We have an iMac for audio and sound, for an audio and sound studio. We have a 3D printer. We have a 3D printer as well. We offer trainings, we have idea contests, but what we don't have yet are makers. So that's why I'm here today.
Everyone needs makers.
We need makers. And we hope that you will join us at America House and help us to create the maker culture there. So are there any questions I can answer? Or Sasha can answer?
Смотрите, мы работаем вторник, суббота, но вторник, пятница мы работаем с 12 до 9 вечера, никаких пауз, никаких обедов. И в субботу мы работаем с 10 до 6. Единственная вещь, единственная вещь, это очень важно, возьмите с собой ID, чтобы вы могли войти. А вскоре мы запускаем membership system, то есть у всех будет вот такая вот карточка, это уже прототип, и вы будете очень легко попадать к нам в America House Kyiv. Нет.
Yes.
Maybe I was a bit late, maybe you told it at the beginning. So is it a space just for making, or do you do some incubation with support, finance, law, judicial, try to make company and stuff? Is there any commercialization bit of, or is it just space for making?
This is primarily space.
Okay. Yeah.
But not only for making.
Yes, so
we provide classes, lectures, trainings, concerts,
Okay.
whatever.
So there is some institutional with that. Okay, thank you.
There is one more question. The question is, supposing some people want to join American House membership, what they are supposed to do?
Yeah, it's really easy. So once we have our membership system set up, you can come with you need to bring your ID. And
The passport you need.
yeah,
Driving license, ID, whatever.
something with a photo.
With your surname, with your last name.
And
Identifying the person.
we ask for your last name, your first name. We create a card for you. And then the next time when you come, you just swipe your card. But if you don't have a membership card, that doesn't mean you can't come. You can always come if you bring your ID.
I'm from Kyiv Polytechnic Institute.
Yes.
If we want to develop some partnership with you, if we want to make maker spaces based on Kyiv Polytechnic Institute, are there any opportunities for partnership?
Absolutely. We want you to come. So we're launching our website next week. It's americahousekyiv.org. And there's a form there you can fill out to propose a collaboration with us.
Not everybody knows where your location is.
Yes.
Can you give
Yeah, one more time. It's on Pimonenko 6. It's near Lukyanivska metro.
Oh, that's the former embassy.
Колишня будівля консуляту.
Yes.
Чи є?
Консула. Там, де візи видавали американські раніше. Коротше кажучи, від станції метро Лук'янівська ви піднімаєтесь вгору по Артема до Шоколадній і ліворуч. І там є вивіска «Американський дім».
Там де столова? Там де була бібліотека?
Там був дитячий садочок, якщо я не помиляюся. Прямо коло президії педагогічних наук.
And you have beautiful gardens around, right?
Півоненко 6.
Можно еще? Там есть какой-то план, что там делать, или, допустим, я, допустим, пришел, а там вы можете кого-нибудь, как там все организовано.
I guess I can answer this question. So, ситуація проста. Ви приходите до нас, у нас завжди є візитор-асистенти. Вони вам покажуть, розкажуть, де що знаходиться. І якщо у нас проходить якийсь тренінг, відповідно вам скажуть, що ця кімната зайнята, а ця вільна. А якщо ви домовились попрацювати в Makerspace, відповідно заздалегідь ви зарезервуєте свій час і вас проведуть туди. Потім ви будете приходити на свій час і працювати.
Як я зарезервував?
Щодо Makerspace, ви розумієте, у нас один 3D-принтер, 2 iMac. І наразі час треба зарезервувати, у нас є спеціальний став, ви дзвоните на телефони, що на сайті і в Фейсбуці, резервуєте час, який вам потрібен. Якщо, відповідно, вільне приміщення, ви приходите і працюєте. Наразі у нас можуть проходити багато паралельних івентів, але це не заважає вам, наприклад, зібратися з колегами в четверо і посидіти, попрацювати над якимось проєктом, а потім підійти в Makerspace, коли звільниться місце.
So good. Good luck.
Thank you.
We hope to see you there.
Yeah.